Hello everybody, I'm Diego Mallens, and this is the Sands of Time. Today, I'm your Dungeon Master, and with me are Montañez and Noah Cuevas, and they are going to be my players today. Dungeons & Dragons. The Dungeon Master describes a scene to his players. The players tell me what their characters will do in the situation, and then roll a dice to determine if they succeed or fail. Depending on the roll, I tell them what happens, and we do this over and over and over and over. So, we are in the Scourge's Sanctuary, as I described in my last video. But for those who don't know, the Scourge's Sanctuary is an eye of the storm for pirates. On the sea, there are no rules, but when you come to this rest stop along the Crystal Coast, you will abide by the laws of the land, or face the wrath of its reckless sailors. It serves as a place to collect bounties, redeem treasures, get your boat fixed, and restock on ale before heading back to the Wailing Waters. So, you guys want to tell me about your characters? Who you're playing today?
My name is Malcer Brightwood. I'm just your average human rogue, chilling at 5'10". I got the nice white tunic with the black jacket on, with boots all the way up to my knees. That's a little short sword on my right side, a little dagger on my left. And I just like messing around with some. I'm a little trickster, you know.
My name is Aglar Dimwood. I'm 6'7". Wait, I want something fun.
Somebody's commentating on something.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you want to be an adventurer? You could be a basketball player.
Anyways, I'm currently entirely blue. I'm a skinny, kind of scrawny man with a sleek chin bone. I got pointy ears. I got piercings on the side of my left ear. And I have a giant pirate hat on to cover my messy gray hair. Currently wearing all leather, no armor, just out loose and open for the open water style sailing.
We're going to go ahead and start with Malcer. That's Noah over there. Malcer, you've come to the Scourge's Sanctuary. You're used to this area, but the main reason you're here now is because you're looking for your lost father. His name was... Landis Brightwood.
Yes.
You don't remember your dad's name? Come on, man.
I should have.
Oh my god.
I said it earlier too.
You know he was on the hunt for an artifact. You don't know the exact name or anything, but you do know it is an Hourglass. You find yourself at the Murky Manatee. It's a ship on the coast of the Scourge's Sanctuary that also doubles as a tavern, the main tavern in town. You're here because you know an informant who might or might not have worked with your father. And you're playing cards with him currently, and he puts down a diamond, and he says, oh yeah, the guy you're looking for, Captain Roger of the John Marie. He took your father to some island, not sure where. I want you to make an intelligence check for me. Just intelligence.
8.
So let's talk about his superstition. Noah here has a thing where he always rolls on paper. Always. Because he believes that he will always roll high on paper. And from what you just saw, video evidence shows that... Was that a 2?
No, it was a 3, but I rolled a 15 on the other one. So. I know what diamond.
Video evidence shows that his superstition is false.
I mean, can I go find this Captain Rogers? If the ship is in town? Or if
You could look for him.
I'm gonna go look for the ship.
So you get right... You're talking to this guy, you get right up, and you're like, alright, bye.
Thank you for the information. I'm gonna look for him.
Alright. You walk out of the tavern, and in front of you, what you see is... You've seen this before, but we're describing it for the people who are watching. It's an island that's got a giant rock formation in the very middle, sand going around the edges of the entire thing. But it looks kind of like a mountain, not covered in greenery or anything. And at the very tippy top of this rock formation protruding from the water is a ship, a pirate ship that was part of an old shipwreck. And it is at the top of this point, like it's being held up by the middle of the stones. So yeah, where do you go?
Well, I mean, that looks like a very interesting place. I think I'm gonna go to it.
You're gonna go up to the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's access to it.
There is. You see, like, give me a perception check.
18.
18, okay.
Roll on paper.
From where you are, this is like the bottom of, like, the furthest south of the island, but going around, it's kind of like built like a... I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like if two feathers were put together, like, going in separate directions. And at the, like, you know how feathers have the stem down the middle?
Yeah.
There's a rock line that goes down the middle of these, like, two feather-shaped things. And they go down up into the sand, so you can walk up those rocks, basically.
Yeah, alright, I'll walk up.
Alright. So you make your way up there. Lewis.
Yes.
Aglar is currently studying, of course.
Always.
Always in his books, got his face in the books, sitting all the way up like this, trying to fit in like these tiny rooms that this entire town has. You're currently in... You're actually at the top of that rock formation. There's another building right next to the ship. You know the ship is called the Captain's Quarters, and it's a place where the famous crews of the island go and meet and do parlay and discuss like the laws of the area. But you're just outside of that in a small building that has a bunch of soggy books. Stuff that pirates find in chests and stuff like that, but don't really care about because it's not gold. So they just bring it here and sell it. And you're kind of just in this room with like books that are either soggy, like recently wet, or books that are ruined because they were wet.
Right.
And you're trying to get as much information up from them as you can. From what you know, you came to town because you were sent by the Treasure Trovers, an organization that goes and collects artifacts and knowledge overall. And as a wizard, that is what you value, knowledge. You were sent to find an artifact known as Florentin's Hourglass. You know this. And you know the last man who was looking for it was a man named Brightwood. Sir Brightwood, something along the lines. You know his last name.
Right.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Well, like you said, I'm going to continue currently searching for either logs that they've put into this place or any Brightwood site.
So you want to look for recent, like...
I want to look for logs of the time that Brightwood was last missing.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Give me like a DC 18.
This is why you don't roll on felt. This is why you don't roll on
15.
felt.
In terms of logs, you kind of know, like, yes, there was a chance you could find something. Maybe someone wrote something. Maybe someone left a paper here in one of the books or something. But at the end of the day, it is a library of ancient texts that people don't write in. So the odds were kind of low. You know this. You didn't find one, so you're still in this little book room.
Okay. After some quite struggling of not having enough information, try to make my way out and actually do some investigation.
Your people?
2 people.
Okay. So you're gonna stop people on like the street and stuff?
Yeah.
Alright. So give me an investigation check.
17.
From the information you gather, just from asking around, what you hear is that Landis, Brightwood, that's his name, was last seen going to a place called the Roaring Key. That's what you find. And then at the end, you run into someone who looks like Malcer. And you ask him the question you've been asking everyone, do you know where Mr. Brightwood is, or whatever?
Yeah. Do you have any information about Sir Brightwood?
What do you know about Sir Brightwood?
Well, I know that he went missing a while back, and that with him, he was looking for a significant object.
Yeah, that's... Well, you're speaking about my father.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm his son, Malcer Brightwood. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Yeah.
Aglar Brimwood.
He's like Brimwood?
He said Brimwood!
Dimwood.
That's what I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, hold
My
on.
name was Dimwood.
Dimwood.
My name is Malcer Brightwood.
For
Nice
the
to meet
record,
you.
Mr. Brightwood made his name first.
Yes, let's make that very clear.
Mr. Dimwood came after.
So wait, what has you after this this hourglass?
Honestly, just to discover what it's all about. Ancient,
Its power, its secrets. Well,
yeah.
Would you like to tag along and help me then? Because I could use an extra set of hands. I'm using it to find out what happened to my father because he went missing after he went in search of it.
I mean, if you're the junior Brightwood himself, then of course I had to team up with you.
Yeah, I'm on the way now to go see Captain Rogers. He was the dude who went out with my dad to some island, wherever that hourglass is supposedly.
Okay. Yeah, if you could lead the way.
Alright, we're just going up there.
He points up at this the ship at the tippy top of this island. You know this is the captain's quarters. You know that place is a no-go zone. Like, the only way you're getting in there is if you're an esteemed captain or part of the crew of the esteemed captain. You do know Captain Roger, the name he just said, is one of the 5 captains who goes in there and frequents it.
Okay. Okay, hold on. I know you're junior, Brightwood and all, but like, that's for like top-notch people, though.
I mean, my father was a pretty top-notch guy. All I have to do is say I'm his son, right? I can always play that card.
We can try it, but I don't know. But yeah,
I mean,
go
like, personally, I'm kind of good in the art of being sneaky around people. So if anything, I can always try to find my way in, sneak, and just talk to Captain Rogers myself if I have to. You can tag along if you're good at that kind of stuff. I kind of grew up off of it because after my father left me, I needed a way to make money for myself and my mother, and I started thieving.
You know what? I had a similar story too. Me back in the day in the library, right? I didn't have always enough money for the books, so I'm going around sneaking around and stealing books and behind. I'm pretty good.
Proficiency in stealth. No. Okay.
I mean, look, if you ever need, if you help me out on this job, maybe I can help you out in return by stealing. I can help you steal some books if you need or any knowledge like that.
You know what? I
think so too.
All right, we got this.
All right, so I'll play the card then first.
Maybe I should lead the way of the stealth.
I mean, you do look more of the stealth.
The stealth.
I mean, I've been kind of doing this for a few years. Like this is kind of my life now.
Yeah.
I mean, you look. I would say you look more nobly than me, right? You look better fitted. My clothes kind of have holes in them. I don't go.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but now that you brought it up,
because I mean, if they respect only the high-end officials, and I kind of look raggedy and worn down, I think they'd let you in over me.
Around here, they really like the pirate captains, right? I mean, I got the big hat. Don't get me wrong.
I see. The hat's looking kind of nice. I can't lie.
Yeah.
No cap.
I can't lie. That hat's looking pretty nice.
But
or how about this? How about you go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully if they let you in, I sneak right behind you and they won't notice a thing.
Wow. And
then we're both in and we're chilling. And you don't have to sneak. And I can sneak because I don't know if I can trust you when it comes to sneaking you. I have to see you in the field first.
I see no way that this can go wrong.
I'm gonna go stealth now so they don't see me. I'm gonna hide behind. Is there
so you're walking up to the ship?
Yeah, I'm walking up to the ship with it.
What are your passive perceptions?
Mine is 12.
13.
Okay. So as you walk up, I guess you can both. Yeah, they're both low. What you see is as you walk up to the ship, you get around from the little library that you were at. You were working outside of it, questioning people. You look at the captain's quarters. You see in the middle there is a big wooden door that is normal for buildings in this medieval kind of door built into the side of the ship. Not on top or anything, literally at the bottom of the ship where this thing is connected. And like I said, there's a spike inside the ship holding it up. Where you are now is if the spike was here, there's a little platform around where the rock goes up and into the ship. So it's being held up by the spike, but the ship is still resting on an entire sort of rocky hill. And you guys can walk up to the door. But what you do see at the door is an orcish man, half orc. He's big, he's burly, he's nice and gray, got those 2 teeth sticking out at either end of the lips, an eye patch and everything, wearing a bandana over his head, and he's leaning on a great axe.
Now I have a question. Before we go up to this, did I notice that some of the bigger captains, the most, well known, do they look like they have clean clothes or kind of dirty clothes?
Why don't you give me an intelligence check, just regular intelligence.
Yikes.
Rolling on felt.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
I don't know. 9.
9?
Yeah.
You try to remember a time you saw a captain, but honestly, it's very they should be discernible. You do know that, but you can't seem to recall a time where you saw one and remember how they dressed.
Do you think I should maybe dirty or clean our clothes real quick?
I mean my clothes are pretty beyond repair. But I mean, if you can clean yourself up, look a little more pristine.
I can clean you up.
I mean, I got some holes in my stuff. Unless you have mending.
I can't fix mending.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
you know a little bit of.
I've done some research and some spells and stuff like that.
You know some spells?
I know a few.
A few, okay.
I mean, they don't call me the Arcane Trickster for nothing.
Oh, that's what they call you.
That's the nickname I got around these parts.
Show me what you got.
I mean, it's nothing crazy. I'll just cast Minor Illusion, a little fireworks show in front of his face.
Ooh, okay. I got you. I'm gonna do, you have hair, right?
Yes, I have hair.
I'm gonna do, prestidigitation. Prestidigitation?
English is hard. Stay in school, kids.
Please. Prestidigitation. I'm gonna do a puff of air.
Actually, it might be prestidigitation. I think there's an extra syllable in there, because I was saying prestidigitation. I think it's prestidigitation. Right.
English is hard.
You're casting Minor Illusion and making what?
Little fireworks with no sound, just like light shows.
Alright, and you're doing...
I'm doing prestidigitation. I'm putting a buff of a puff of air into his hair.
Alright, so you both kind of like get in this conversation and like, he kind of says something about a spell and you're like, oh, you know Arcana. Yeah, I know Arcana. And you're both like in the middle of like this area, like little fireworks, put some wind in his hair. You see the hair flowing back as he's got like these little sparks of magic flying out. And a crowd starts gathering around you and they're like, ooh, wow.
do they look like they have coin on them? Can I make a perception check? See if we can put on a show for that?
Roll perception.
12.
Everyone looks like they have coin on them. That's just how.
I'm gonna send message cantrip to him, and I'm gonna say, do you want to put on a little show for some coin?
I follows need minor illusion. Fireworks.
So you guys keep doing tricks. The crowd is
Yeah.
You know, you guys are at the top of like this rocky area, so it's not like there's a lot of people. Just like people who are here for like the smaller shops, like the library that people don't go to. But even then, like while you guys are looking at each other and casting these spells, one guy comes up to you and he's like, "Ah, what a mighty fine trick you just did."
I'm holding on to all my stuff.
Make a perception check.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
That one.
I think you should tell them what a nat 1 is.
A nat 1 is what I get often. And it's worst
you roll me a perception check because you're staring in this direction.
No way. Oh my god.
So the guy comes up and he's like, "That's a mighty fine trick." And you think, huh, we're doing a little magic show. I should probably watch my stuff around all these pirates. Nah, we're good. Casting more magic. And he's kind of like, that's great. And then he walks away, back into the crowd.
Okay. Nothing wrong. Nothing
As
wrong.
he's walking, can I cast Mage Hand? Does he have his coin? Can I make a perception check see if he has his coin purse on?
You want
around
to take from this guy?
Yeah, from this guy. Who I assume tried taking from him. That's what
you assume, but
yes. Well, that's what Malcer's gonna assume. Like my character.
Off of.
Well, he looked up. Was he touching him or did he?
The guy patted his back and said, "That's a mighty
okay,
fine
no,
trick."
never mind. I thought he was like he was feeling him up a little bit.
No, yeah, from your perception check, which is what?
A 4.
A 4? Oh, you saw him pat his back and say, "That's a cool trick," and then he walked back into the crowd, crossed his arms, and kept watching.
Alright.
So do you guys keep doing like little crowd of magic?
Okay, I'll ask anyone in the crowd, would they like to play some rock paper wizard with my good friend here, and I'll just bang and a mage hand pops up next to me.
So make a perception check for me.
Please, nope, not this guy.
We're gonna say DC 10.
Which one? 10?
DC 10.
I got 11.
Alright.
Chillin'.
So you do hear like, pick me, and you look up at the captain's quarter, the ship that I was describing before, and like standing at the top of them and staring down is like a group of gnomes, like watching your little magic act. One of them's got like a fat freaking pirate hat on that's like bigger than he is, basically covering like up to here on his head. And the others are just like stacked on top of each other, trying to get a good view from up high on this shit. And one of them's got his hand up, like, "Pick me, I want to do rock paper scissors."
All right, I'll send my mage hand up to pick him up. Pick him like a crane.
I'll mage hand too, double support on either side.
Whoa! I only got 2 hands. Rock paper scissors. So you guys both send your mage hands up, and for the viewers, mage hands are just like a little spectral, like blue ghosty hand that kind of like floats in the air, and they can control them. So these two, just up to here basically, both of these hands fly up right next to the gnomes, and they go like this. And he's like, "Oh, which one? Which one?" And he puts his fist out. He's like, "Rock." One of them goes paper, and the other one goes scissors. So he looks up after putting out 2 rocks. You got a scissors right here, a paper right here, and he's like, "Oh shit." But anyways, the crowd, though laughing at like how hilarious this is, just 2 ghostly hands playing rock paper scissors, they clap. And the gnome, one of the captains, like who was staring down, and you saw like up at the ship. This was one of his crewmates, like another gnome, but the captain kind of walks away while the gnomes keep watching.
You know, maybe this is our time, no?
I mean, yeah, that's it.
Just keep the party going up their way.
He did look like a captain. I mean, but how are we gonna
just keep the party going up there? Maybe they invite us, do a couple tricks, handy duties.
You got any tricks up your sleeve? I don't know.
I mean, I could kill people. I mean,
whoa! Calm down for 1 second.
I mean,
you don't need to jump to the gun.
No, sorry. I can do tricks. I can do tricks.
So you guys kind of like come together, like just huddle a bit, have a small sidebar in the middle of the crowd.
No, I feel like we're back to back doing tricks, like just
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a cool, yeah. So yeah, you guys are kind of like spewing fireworks into the air at each other, like away from each other, and you're like kind of looking at each other, and you're like, "Hey, I got a plan. Like, we just do tricks until they like us."
What if we combine both our minor illusions to make a slightly bigger illusion of, like, let's say, an owlbear, if that's possible? I mean, well, we want something to catch their eye, and owlbears are pretty. I would say they're wild. They're rare creatures. You don't see them pretty often in your everyday life.
As you guys are like kind of discussing this, the crowd was completely around you, and it parts, like sort of like an opening comes out. Yeah, like Moses. Yeah,
like the open sea.
And through it comes the gnomish man with the pirate hat that you guys saw at the top of the ship. He walks in and he's like, "Hey, you guys jesters?"
I mean,
only the finest in town.
Only the finest. Come this way. Come this way.
Well, who might you be?
I'm Captain Cuevas.
Captain Quakus?
Yeah, of the Partamon. It's me ship.
Do I know? Have I heard of the Partamon?
Like history. It's not that. I mean, yeah, it's still history.
Oh my god, the rolls.
4.
10.
10?
Yeah.
No, you haven't heard of the Partamon.
Okay.
Can I roll?
He's like, come on.
Alright, I'll follow you.
Alright, so he leads you guys up to the ship. The crowd kind of like starts sounding. They're like, "Oh, come on, man, we're watching."
We'll be back. We'll be back eventually. Don't worry.
Alright. And you guys walk up to the door. The half-orc man's still leaning on his thing. And the gnome's like, "They're with me." And you guys walk in. And you guys come into this.
I'm gonna just be like a message. Like that was pretty easy.
You guys walk into it's like a galleon, and on the inside, like even though this would normally be the storage room because it is the bottom of the ship, it's so fancy in here. Like what you see in the very middle of the room, the stone spike that's been up in the middle of the ship holding it, is right in the center of the room. Right over it, a golden chandelier. The walls are decorated with like borders of gold, obviously stuff they've gotten from treasures. There's shelves with like skulls with jewels in them, chalices of many different like styles of creation, whatever you want to, whatever kind of treasure you want to envision here. On the very center, that stone spike has engravings on it, and what you see is, it says the Scourge's statutes, which you know by heart because you follow them. The Scourge's statutes are basically this world's version of the pirate code. Also in the room, you see a couple other groups. Obviously, there's a small gnome crew. The people who were upstairs that played rock paper scissors come down. You see the guy who played with you guys. He's so flustered. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm their biggest fan." Like he's hiding in the crowd. And among them, other groups, you see some half elves, humans, Arakakra, which are bird people for those who don't know, basically humanoid birds, and minotaurs, humanoid bulls. The minotaurs kind of sit in their corner. They have their own table, like giant mugs of what you assume is like filled with some heavy alcohol, hard liquor. But the other groups are kind of like socializing in the middle. There's a campfire. There's tables all around the chandelier and the stone spike in the middle. And you guys walk in with Captain Quakegas, and he's like, "Hey, I got entertainment for the day!" And everyone starts clapping. And they lead you up to a stage on one end of the galleon.
Before we walk through the door, I'm going to put my hand like this, and a spectral hand is going to come out from my hand and go into my hat that I have.
A spectral hand?
My mage hand.
Oh, your mage hand, okay.
My mage hand. It's going to stay in my hat for the ball.
Give me sleight of hand. We'll say DC 10, because,
Yikes.
Yo!
Can I?
Assist?
I can't even assist you. I can't assist.
Wow.
I mean, relay the message. I got you. I can help you out. I can do my mage hand with me.
People are like, hey, he's prepping his trick. That's not fair.
Well, you're right. We're authentic. We'll do it on the spot. Whatever you need.
You better. We ain't paying you for nothing.
Okay.
Oh,
No. Okay.
Okay.
We'll make you proud.
You give us a good show, we pay you good.
We plan on it, sir.
Better.
Always.
Alright, get on that stage.
I didn't think we'd get this far.
So you guys walk up. It's a makeshift like little wooden stage, but it is really well built. They got the finest in town to work on this place. Make it look like an actual, pool inside of a ship. And you guys walk up on the stage, a little staircase on the side. People start sitting there. It kind of looks like a comedy room, but with like old wooden chairs, and like the tables do have like red covers over them, and people start sitting down with drinks and looking at the stage.
So you guys ready to be entertained? I say that.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, okay, who are you?
My name's Malcer Brightwood. Nice to meet you people.
My name is Aglar Dimwood.
And we are the Minor Illusionists.
And I'm gonna bow my head with my left. I'm gonna take off my hat, bow my head. My hat, since it's a big hat, covering my head again. Spectral mage hand, and then put it back on my head.
Mm-hmm. Woo! Never heard of you. I thought you see like the gnome, like he was in the front row because all the gnomes are sitting in the front because they're so short. And he kind of like gets up on his chair and he looks back at everyone and is like, found him on the street. Sits back down.
Or we start with the basic light show.
We go
Dancing lights,
hey,
pretty much.
the people in the front row, I'm gonna go, I think your drink needs a little bit of cooling, and I'm gonna cool their alcohol beverage. With prestidigitation, make it a little spicy.
Make it spicy?
Not spicy, but like I'm gonna cool it so it's a nice and cool.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you see like the drink starts to develop like a little bit of ice on the outside of it. Not like a lot where it's like super frosty, but just enough so it cools the drink inside. And the gnome drinks it and he's like, it's like I got it right out of the battle.
Yeah, I'm a fake fall. My hat's gonna come like this and it's gonna go back on my head. With my mage hand.
Wait, what do you?
I'm gonna fake fall. My hat's gonna fall off, but it's gonna catch mid-air, and it's gonna go back onto my head.
The hand is gonna catch it.
Yeah, the hand's gonna catch it.
Okay. So, yeah, you can give me a performance check. Let's go with that.
Oh my god, stop rolling those dice, my god.
It's a natural one.
The second one today, by the way.
So
like I said, I roll
within an hour, within 30 minutes.
In this game,
I know
when you roll a 20-sided dice, the highest number is a 20.
You have a 5% chance of getting that number.
The lowest number is a 1.
There's a 5% chance of getting that
now,
number.
when you roll a 20, that's a critical. That means you did it amazingly. That means you can do anything. If you roll a nat 20, natural 20, for newbies, a nat 20 is, in fact, a nat 20. But if you roll a nat 1, like he did, that's a critical failure. And because he described to me that he's falling and trying to catch his hat magically, we're going to go ahead and tell him that he's fully fallen. Are you ready? Because I am. You fall off the stage completely.
I'm going to cast my mage hand to catch him.
I fall straight down and just...
I'm on the mage hand to like pinch his shirt and then just hold like dangle him. Like it wasn't big the whole time. To play it off like it was on purpose.
So you go, mage hand, go! And the mage hand grabs onto his collar, and the mage hand falls down with him, because a mage hand can only hold between 1 and 5 pounds. You idiot!
Damn, you're heavy.
And he is more than one of them. He's 6'7", what do you think?
I'm 6'7" and
I forgot it. You're playing for the wrong illusionist.
So this giant, towering, like, colossus of a blue man, the guy from the Avatar movie, falls right down. Let's see. Let's make some dex saves for the gnomes.
I'm gonna do some circus stunts because I'm an acrobat.
Right onto a gnome.
Is it our favorite fan though?
Actually, yeah. What are the odds? Let's see. Let's say 10% it's your favorite fan.
Our number one fan.
Your number one fan. Another 10% it's the captain, and an 80% that it's anybody else.
The lucky.
No.
You fall right on the captain. His hat flies right off to reveal a giant bald head. His beard is still there, but the hair on his head is attached to the hat, and it flies off, and the whole crowd like gasps.
I'm gonna go, hey, me too soon. Hey, trust me, it happens to everyone. I'm a mage hand, get his hat back, and put it on his head.
Your beautiful locks.
Hey, they look nice.
The crowd starts laughing at the rest of the pirates.
I'm gonna hop back onto stage.
Oh my god.
He grabs his hat, runs out somewhere, and the other gnomes kind of like look at him. Your number one fan kind of like looks at him and back at you. Back at him. Back at you. Oh, you're my captain now.
For my trick, I'm gonna be doing some acrobatic stunts, like flips, backflips. But when I land, every time I land, I'm pointing my fingers. And I'm just casting my more lights, like little fireworks. So every time I land, it's like a little pizzazz.
I'm adding spark noises to them with prestidigitation.
Give me an acrobatics check.
It's on my paper. 19.
Okay, yeah, no, you start doing like all these flips, and you're an acrobatic person. You're a rogue, and you know how to sneak around and like do jumps off buildings and stuff. So doing it on a flat stage is the easiest thing for you. Do a couple like jumps in the air where you go upside down. I don't know the what's it called? A handless or not a handstand, handless cartwheel. Just jump over your head. As you like put your fingers out, sparks flying in the air around you. It's a small fireworks show with a little routine, and the crowd does kind of like clap at that. But after a while, like you guys keep trying to do stuff, and they kind of like dissipate. Like the crowd is kind of like leaving and going back to whatever they were doing before. And it doesn't take long. Like it's like 5 minutes in, people start ignoring you guys. The Minotaur before he comes up and he's like, I did promise you payment. He gives you guys 10 copper pieces. Like, all right, get out.
You're dealing with some broke people. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wait,
I steal more in a day.
You gotta talk to the captain.
Before is he escorting us out?
Yeah, he's like walking you guys out.
I want to ask him: Is Captain Rogers in by any chance?
No, he left a month ago. Hasn't come back yet.
Do you know where he went? He went with Sir Brightwood. I don't know if you know him.
No idea.
No, oh, okay. You know if that Captain Quakis. You know if he knows Captain Rogers?
Everyone knows Captain Rogers.
You said you. Oh, I mean, yeah, but like currently, is there any way you can be in contact with him by messenger pigeon or anything like that?
Messenger pigeon. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard.
My apologies.
He's on a boat in the middle of the ocean. Where's a pigeon gonna find him?
In the sky.
Do you know how pigeons work?
They fly?
You have to teach them a home location and another home location.
All right.
To send letters between those two.
Okay, my bad. Not a pigeon. A parent messenger.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Right. Just leave.
All right.
Worst fucking show I've ever seen. Get out.
I think that's part of what you happened with you.
No. Hey, they laughed at me, huh?
I don't know if they were laughing with you. I think they were laughing at the captain.
At this point, he like opens the door and he starts like inching you guys out. So you guys, he pushes you out the door, closes it on you, and the half-orc guy, still leaning on his axe, looks at you guys and he's like, tough crowd, huh?
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
A pirate.
A pirate?
Yeah, now I'm a bodyguard.
How'd that end up? How'd that happen?
I accidentally cut someone's boat in half with this axe here.
What? The whole boat.
Color shipwrecker.
That's a nice title.
Yeah.
They only have you as a bodyguard? I have you as a god.
Kind of you should be at least a right-hand man. Like you're kind of.
I am right-handed.
Exactly. It just fits.
I wish I could be a pirate.
I mean, you can. Yeah. We're actually on a quest ourselves. A pirate quest.
I get paid too much. I'm just saving up so I can buy myself the boat.
But wouldn't you be? You can. I mean, we are in search of treasure. I mean, I don't know how much they're paying you, but is it worth any amount of treasure, or is it physical treasure itself?
I get money from their treasure, yeah.
Okay, but
the award they receive.
But think about this: when they get the treasure, they have to give money to all the other people they work with, right? You can just get a straight fee right off the bat.
You only get a small percentage.
Yeah.
Now we're talking a large percentage from all the treasure
we can cut it.
You're just trying to get him on your
we can cut it. We can cut it 1/3.
Yeah, you're helping him. So DC 19.
I get -1.
Advantage?
Even with advantage? I mean, what do you get? You get +0?
I think I get +0.
All right, you do it. 7? Oh, you
get +0. It's +0. It was 17.
No, this is he looks tempted.
Wow, I would have gotten an 18.
No, you would have 17 too.
Oh yeah.
He looks tempted, but he kind of like nods. He's like, no, I've almost got enough to buy my own ship. And this time I won't break it in half.
The offer's always on the table.
I hope you're the best. Honestly, next time I see you, I hope you get your ship, and I hope I can get what type of hat you want. I want to give you a gift.
Kind of hat?
Yeah, every captain needs a hat. Come on.
Yeah, if you're gonna be the captain.
I don't know. I've always liked the bandana.
Bandana?
Well,
bandana.
he's wearing one. He's wearing a bandana.
Oh.
He's like, I've always liked me bandana.
Ooh, we get you a bandana hat.
But this one belonged to me, Dad.
You know what? That's true. You know what?
So
Keep
this crowbar belongs to my dad.
What the heck?
He's building a crowbar. And this crowbar belongs to my dad.
Is that canon?
Yes, it's canon. I have a crowbar on me. I do.
This crowbar, I use it to rob banks every week. Belongs to my dad.
He taught me how to use it.
He's like, so you understand?
Of course.
It's
a very sentimental ballad.
Thank you for
I
stopping to
agree.
talk to me. No one ever does.
I mean, you seem like a nice fellow.
You're a good man.
I am a good fellow.
If we stop by again, we'll have another chat.
Who's a jolly good fellow?
I'm gonna flip my gold piece, but keep the good work, boss. I can get more of that.
I'm quite closer to Misha.
I'm glad I can help you fund your shit.
So, what are you guys doing now?
Well, I mean, how about we go to the... You know the library, right? You know your way around. Is there any... You want to go read up on, see where Captain Rogers might go?
You know library is not the right term.
I was gonna say...
If Barnes & Nobles is a library, then that's the right term. But it's actually a bookstore.
Now,
it's a really bad one.
Imagine a library.
Okay.
But then it was filled with water.
Books. Wait.
But then they took out the water. But then they filled it again.
What about the books?
But then they took it out with the books in it. Then they took out the water again. Then they shot it with a cannonball. And then they filled it with water once more.
Okay.
But this time they just left the water.
Wait,
Okay.
did the cannonball go through while there was water in it?
Of course.
Oh, of course,
Of
yeah.
course.
He's gonna get that attention.
So what I'm hearing is there's no way we can find any information about Captain Rogers in there.
I mean, I tried. We can go again.
You looked for information on his dad, not on Captain Rogers.
Oh.
No, it's
Oh, you're right. I mean, I looked for logs for your dad, but maybe there's something about Captain Rogers. We can look again.
I mean, yeah. Let's go. I mean, we won't hurt to check.
Yeah, it's just right here.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
So you guys walk back into the bookstore, and the guy in there it's a bald human man. He's got like rounded glasses, and he's going through wet books again. He's like, "Oh, you're back so
Yeah.
soon."
So soon. I love reading.
As do I.
Is that a good book right there?
I wish I could read it, but he points it at you. The ink is smothered all over the page. I'm not sure what it's about.
Trying to decipher it.
Trying to see if any of the words were savored. If not, I must toss it.
Oh, you toss the books you can't read?
Who's gonna buy a book that is just ink smothered on a page?
I mean, I'll give you a copper for it.
I suppose. And he hands it to you.
Take the book, hand him a copper.
It's better than tossing it for nothing.
Yeah.
The ink is smudged, right? It doesn't look like anything.
It's literally like if you got a normal book and while the ink was still wet, you moved it all around. Not a single letter legible.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's not like...
Or like just from the page he showed you, that's what you guys
symbols.
saw. Like he pointed it at you. Just a page like smothered with like black ink.
I'm gonna put the book in my bag and hold on to it for.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him. Do you have any books on Captain Rogers?
Captain Rogers. I suppose we have his family issue. Just a brief history of his family.
Where might that be?
Starts like looking in the shelves for it. He pulls it out. Right here.
May I read it?
Oh, it's not that simple. You either buy the book or you pay the library fee for the day.
What's the fee for the day?
Just a gold piece.
While he deals with that, do you mind if I take a look at the book with him?
Yeah, you've already paid for the day. He was here before.
Yeah.
He paid earlier in the day.
I was gonna. You can get the next one.
Hey, yo, get this book. Hey, yo, get this book.
I'm already reading it.
Alright.
Okay.
You read Captain Roger is the captain of the Jean Marie, named after his late wife. He's a human captain. He's got a long, scruffy white beard. He's kind of old now, but he's still kicking it. And he's one of the highest esteemed captains of the Scourge's Sanctuary. Every so often, pretty often actually, captains die out and new ones have to kind of take the place in the captain's quarters, the place where you guys are at. Right now there's 5 main crews. Captain Roger's crew is one of them. But he's the oldest surviving of the 5 crews that are currently in existence.
Do we know what his crew name is? Or like his flag or symbols?
Yeah, that's a good one. His symbol is of literally a treasure chest.
And is there anything of normal tactics that he may use, or like is he violent or is he merciful?
So the reason he's so famous and why he's survived so long is he doesn't reuse tactics. Like, he's creative. Every time he gets in like a ship battle or in interactions with another crew, he is very clever.
That's the best part of the scene.
Yeah, that's kind of like his thing. Like, he doesn't plan things out. He improvises everything. What was your question? Is he merciful and stuff?
Yeah.
So it is an autobiography, or not, it's a biography of him. So like, you do read about like his personality a little bit. The guy he loves being a pirate and he respects other people who love being pirates. That's kind of his thing. Like, he doesn't want to kill people. He does. It doesn't really matter to him whether or not he does. All that matters is that he's having a good time, and people are. That's just what he loves.
Okay.
Pirating is what he loves. As do I when it comes to watching shows that I can't see on Netflix or anything. Pirating is
illegal. You know somewhat of being a pirate, right?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I followed the code.
The code. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. You think you can tell me that code and I write it down so I can, just in case we meet this Captain Rogers, and he goes like, hey, what's the code? And I'm like, he kills me.
Roll me a d20. You know it unless you roll an at 1.
Come on, I know you ain't gonna do me dirty. 17.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's 5 rules. It's a pretty simple code. And as a lawful person, you do follow it completely. But the interesting thing about it is, even though you're lawful, the pirate's code is pretty chaotic. So, like, even if you can be lawful to it and still be doing chaotic things, just because it is pirates, right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing is, we shall not give way. The ocean is our domain. That's the first one. Are you writing them down?
I'll write it after.
I'm writing it down.
I can send this to you.
Yeah, I'll write it down.
All pirates will respect parley. And you guys know parley is just like, it's a peaceful meeting, basically, to discuss. The third one, the Scourge's sanctuary is a safe haven and will tolerate no fighting. Don't trust your neighbors, they are pirates too. And do not disrespect he who rules the waves, Kuvra the greedy.
Wait, what was that last one?
Do not disrespect he who rules the waves, Kuvra the greedy.
Would I have any idea who Kuvra is?
History check.
14.
Kuvra is a dragon turtle who rules the ocean. He is known as Kuvra the Greedy.
Okay.
And he is one of the many ruling dragons of the land. As you know, dragons have different areas of the world in Darchon. In the ocean, that is Kuvra's domain. Give me a... What is that? Yeah, just a history check now.
9. Oh, no, 11, my bad.
Yeah, it's pretty common knowledge. Pirates, whenever they go out to sea or come back from a trip, will throw out part of their treasure into the ocean to donate to Kuvra in order to try and grant them safety through the waters.
Okay, that's what I was planning on doing in the first place, so it works out.
Yeah.
Because I was afraid that dude was going to come bite us in the ass.
So, you guys are at the bookstore. You read a little bit about Rogers.
Dude, when you read up on my dad, did it say what island he was going to by any chance?
Oh, like I said, I couldn't find any logs about him or anything like that.
Do you think there's where do you think they would keep a log of where the ships go? Or, like, do you think they would have a log of that?
I would say, well, it's definitely not here, but down the harbor.
We'll go and we'll go to the dock.
All right, so
Which is the harbor?
You guys have been walking around, so you know the dock is all around the island. There is, like, in between where the two feathers kind of are, how I described the island before, there's docks that go down the middle towards a waterfall. And then on the outside, there is docks that just, they're all around the island. They surround the entire thing.
Is there one main or building that looks like the main building with, like, an anchor on it or something? That looks
You guys
like
are up top, right? Yeah, you guys are at the top of the hill. Make a perception check, both of you.
Yikes.
That doesn't count.
That's a 10.
Oh, that's better.
It's better.
30-20.
30-20, wow. 30-20 is when you roll, and then with your bonuses, you make a 20. What you see is, like, there's a really big, it's the biggest property. It's not the biggest, well, it has the biggest building, too, but it kind of looks like a shipyard. It's got, like, broken ships and stuff that are there for repair. And from up here, you see, like, ships with, like, cannonballs through them, or, like, just different pieces of ship. You see a ship that's completely cut in half. Like, there's a bunch of different ships. So you guys walk down, and eventually you guys get to the shipyard. You went down the same hill you came up, and yeah, it's right off the edge there. So yeah, and you guys walk up, and it's literally like it kind of looks. There's no indoor building. It's all an outdoor. Like there's a roof over everything with wooden poles holding it up. There's a logo of like a ship. It says the shipyard on it. It's literally called the shipyard. And then there's a fence that goes all the way into the rocky hill, and there's basically ships that are dragged up into this thing on the shore because the entire shore is sand. And yeah, and you guys see like there's a gnomish man who's wearing like he's got one of those monocles with another monocle on it and another monocle on it, like one of those. It's
the magnifying.
Yeah, the magnifying glass that gnomes wear because they're tinkerers. And he's like working on the side of a ship, like just hammering a nail in.
You wanna?
Right after you.
Oh, I mean,
Sir Brightwood.
Hello there, little fella. How you doing?
He kind of like.
It wasn't supposed to be a term, of like derogatory term. I was just, how you doing,
You need
Buzz?
something fixed.
My heart. Damn. All right, look. We need information. Do you have any information on the ships? Because you seem to work around the ships, or you work on the ships around here.
Do you need a ship fixed?
Yes. You know the ship that's cut in half?
It's in here already.
Yeah, but it's still broken.
Is that your ship?
It's my friend's. I like it fixed.
Deception.
I mean, technically it is. Oh, he's not my friend.
It's not his ship.
10.
He looks at you, rolls his eyes.
Alright, you know what? I've had it with this guy.
I'm looking at you like.
No, I've had it with this guy. I'm just gonna. You want it? I mean. That's all you, boss. I can't do.
He's discussing murder.
Just behind me.
Whoa!
No, not this is out of character. Sorry, I should have specified.
Hey, listen. You don't know what it is. I'm just saying.
This is Diego asking, not the gnome.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe look through some desks. Maybe he has an office. Look around. Does he have an office?
We're outside right now.
I described the building to you. It looks like. It's a wooden post holding up a roof, and under the roof is looks like there's maybe a desk and then a bunch of work tools and stuff, so hammers, carpenter's tools, that sort of thing, like an entire workbench area.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand.
Okay.
Is there a drawer in the desk? Are there drawers on the desk, or is it just a flat?
You're looking at
table?
the desk from the other side, so if there are drawers, it's not on this side.
I want to look at the person building up, repairing the ship, and I want to look if he has any papers or anything on him, like a notebook maybe on the side. Or...
You see, he's kind of wearing they don't have jeans back then, but it's kind of the closest thing to it. In his back pocket, there is some sort of rolled up paper sticking out. Yeah.
That's why
I moved away from him because I was like, if he gets caught, I'm gonna be hourly away.
Yeah. So you said desk. All right. So I'm gonna.
All right. So you walk over to this guy's office area, plain sight.
I'm in stealth. All right.
I'm
walking up.
you're in stealth
stealthily.
in an open building.
Yeah, but stealth is still stealth. I'm hiding. I'm sure.
Stealth.
Stealth is still stealth. 13.
Okay. I guess you.
I'm trying not to make noise with my
Yeah,
feet.
you're not trying to attract attention to the people walking by, on the shore and stuff like that. You're kind of walking in there, acting all casual, yeah, I belong here, even though there's no one else in this area.
Yeah, I belong here.
Okay.
100%. So I'm at the desk.
Walking out.
You're walking up to the desk. You're walking out to the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go out. It's not a street. It's the shoreline. It's a beach.
The gnome is still working on the boat.
Yeah,
right?
he's hammering something.
I'm going to. Does he look like he's almost finished?
Oh yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna quickly.
It doesn't take long to hammer a nail.
I'm gonna quickly open the drawer. I guess, and then what's inside of it? Or do you want me to roll sleight of hand check?
I mean, there's a bunch of nails and stuff in the drawer, different pieces.
I'm looking for papers in particular, documents.
All right. So the drawer you open has nails and stuff in it in particular, but there's other drawers. You open one of the side ones, but there's one of those flat ones in the middle.
Oh yeah, no, I want to open the flat one.
Okay, yeah, there's a few papers in there.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna snatch the papers.
All of them?
How many are there?
A whole stack?
You're gonna read a whole stack of paper?
I'll take a quarter of this stack.
Or you start walking. After grabbing the paper, you stuff it in your coat or something.
And I
you look over at the ship to check the gnome again. He's not there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna keep walking like nothing happened.
You walk out between two of these poles to the entrance that's fenced around. The gnome is kind of leaning against it, and he's like, what'd you take?
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and make a big boom sound on one of the ships, like something just broke.
He sees you cast the spell.
I needed information and you didn't give it to me, so I have to do some dirty work. I was just gonna read a bunch of papers and return them back. I'm not looking to steal anything. I'm just investigating.
Not looking to steal anything, but you are, aren't you?
I mean, not if I plan on returning it. That's how I see it.
Alright, so you can return it now.
Well, I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it right now.
I'll let you read it in exchange for a gold piece per paper.
Per paper? How many papers in the holding?
You said quarter of a stack?
Yeah, but how many was in the stack?
About 50.
50 and a quarter?
Yeah.
Oh,
Stack is about 200 pieces.
God damn.
About. That's.
Alright, I'm gonna pick a random paper out of 1 of 50.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide it up my sleeve. I'm gonna hand them 49 pages.
Sleight of hand check.
16. There's a chance. There's a chance. And I'm handing him the 49 pages back, like nothing happened.
Okay. So you hand him the rest of the pages.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, takes them and he's like, and don't come back. And he walks back into the shop to put the papers back instead.
Alright. I'm gonna walk past you, saying meet me at the murky manatee. And I'm gonna head there.
Alright. You ask around a bit, figure out where it is, and then are you making your way there now? Or
This bit a little bit after he passed us.
so you wait a bit and then you make your way. Okay. And eventually you guys do get there. It's the ship on the water. On the very front of the ship, you know, the figureheads, it's of a manatee with like long blonde hair. It's obviously like a statue. But it's basically like just a ship, like a flat ship with a building on top of it. Like someone put what looks like a tiny tavern on it. It's a pretty big ship. It's got enough for like a small room, probably, you know, maybe we'll say 30 by 30 feet. Nothing massive, but enough that like it's got space for, you know, patrons. And you go in and there's still a crowd in there. Mostly crews and people who work in the area, like dock workers, dock masters, sitting down at tables, playing cards, rolling dragon dice, like whatever people do in a bar.
I played dragon dice.
Okay. And so you sit down at the table.
I'll wait for him.
For those who don't know, I don't know how dragon dice is actually played, but the way we're doing it is just rolling two six-sided die.
I'm losing money where I shouldn't be losing money.
The way I'm doing it is you roll two six-sided die, and then either the highest result or the highest double. So if you roll 2 6s, that's kind of the highest you get because it's a 12 and a double. How much do you put on the table?
How much is buy-in? If there is a buy-in, I'm gonna ask them. Alright,
you see like well, let's roll for it. They throw 4 gold pieces on the table.
Throw 4 gold pieces on the table.
Alright.
5 and 1.
1 second, I gotta roll for the other 2. Yeah, the guy who rolled 2 6s takes all the money.
Oh my god.
I rolled 2 6s, 2 5s, and 2 1s. What did you get?
5 and 1.
So then that guy, the guy who won the round, puts 1 gold piece on the table.
1 gold piece.
The other guys put 1 gold piece each.
What is... No, I don't like this. It's 2d6 again?
Yep.
5 and a 4.
My highest is a 5 and a 5.
Understandable.
The guy who won that round put 6 gold pieces on the table.
You know, I thought you were a good rogue.
Never said I was good at gambling.
No one is.
I'll put 6.
Alright.
I'll match him.
Alright.
That's all with paper. Doubles. Okay.
What'd you get?
3 doubles.
You win.
Yes!
You get 24 gold pieces.
All in,
All
baby.
Well, you get to decide the amount now if you're gonna keep playing.
You're still not there, right? Yeah. I'll put 5 in.
5?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 and a 3.
I had a tie with you, so we both roll again.
6 and
Oh, I got a 10.
Fuck.
Last one. He put 6 gold pieces on the table.
6 gold pieces.
You're in? Okay.
Yeah, I made a profit today, so.
The guy who rolled 2 1s wins. He gets snake eyes against everybody. The only guy with a pair. So yeah. And then at this moment, you see your buddy walk in.
So I'm gonna get up and walk over to him and grab a table. So I'm gonna pull out the paper. This is all I could grab. It kind of caught me. I mean, I did everything I could. At least everything I know right now in the books.
Next time you should leave, the stealing to me.
Maybe I will. Next time I will.
I'll show you some tricks. Don't worry.
Please let me see it next time. What does this paper have if it has any information at all? No way.
No way.
No way.
Oh, tell us.
You find papers that say that the Jean Marie was checked in for repairs 2 weeks ago.
Now with this information, what can we do? We can ask somebody. But we have to ask. You think Captain Cuevas would talk to us again after what happened last time?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We only just show that.
We calm down.
Oh,
We didn't do anything.
Nah, this is a group effort right here.
Yeah, I'm not the one that revealed his balding head.
Hey, that wasn't my fault. That you, Mei-chan, pushed me over the stage. Okay.
Hey! No, my mage hand did not do that.
I saw your Mei-chan there. You're messing with my stunts, you know.
Come on! Bring me another! Sir, you've had enough for today. You pirates get really aggressive. But I am a paying customer. Give me more! And you see, like, over at the bar, it looks like a half work. He's got full armor on, like, it looks like heavy plate armor. And he's sitting there. He's got his greatsword, like, attached to his hip. And next to him is, like, a wizard who's trying to, like, shush him down. But he's, like, complaining at the bartender.
Want to do something about that?
Now that looks like company we should have.
I mean, I'll be behind you. I'll be behind you if you need.
Oh, you're the face of the group.
I'm the thief.
I'm the stealth guy. You're the face guy.
I don't think that's
Nah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Go.
entirely.
Come on, we
I'm
got
not a very
this, buddy.
talkative person.
We got this. I'm gonna start walking over.
Oh boy.
So
Oh boy.
the guy is, like, swaying around in his seat, like, trying to hold himself. He's got one of those really big mugs that's, like, just oversized because people drink a lot. Gotta love it. And as you guys, like, walk over right next to him, he kind of, like, swings out with his mug, like, not at you. Well, it does hit you, but it's not because he's trying to hit you. It's because, like, he's just moving his arm around in complaints. And he's like, come on! And you feel like you're really tall, so
Yeah.
Right.
it goes right up to your chin, knocks your head back. Oh,
This was your idea,
Nice.
by the way. Let's be clear about that. Karma is a bitch.
say it's an unarmed strike, so you take 4 damage as he, like, kind of hits you with the mug.
Damn.
Is he trying to start a bar fight?
Well, you just got hit in the face, and he just kind of, like, moving around, swaying in his seat. And he looks at you, and he's like, did I hit you?
I think you did.
Well, it's time to finish the job!
I'm gonna get that ale on a table and just throw it at his face.
Alright, so you move back. Alright, roll initiative. Malcer, you got the first move.
I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna put my hand on my dagger and be like, "Look, sir, I understand you're intoxicated. There's no need to get vulgar, violent. How about I buy you a drink? I'll buy you another drink. That sound okay? That'll be my turn.
That'll be your turn. Okay. And as your turn ends, you see, like, people start to back off from this area and start, like, forming a circle around you guys. Like, they put the tables, flip them over on their side, like, kind of setting up a barrier around you guys. Yeah, like, as if this is, like, a normal daily event. They set an arena around you guys.
That's
And
amazing.
I'm looking around. That was fast.
you guys are in the middle, like, you two are. He's got his fists up at you. You're going to another table, grabbing a mug, and you're like, "Oh,
Like, we
hey
don't
man."
You don't have to do this. You don't have to.
So then it's his turn. So he runs up to you. All right. 11 doesn't hit.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
Let's go!
Oh.
He swings. Oh,
He's too drunk.
sorry. Let me get in the camera for him. He swings. On the first attack.
Just stab him with the dagger.
And then the second attack.
Oh, he has extra.
13.
13?
Yeah.
Shield.
Okay. So he swings at you, and you kind of, like, easily avoid it because he's drunk. And the second one comes up from the side, and you kind of, like, put your hand up, and a small barrier comes around it, and, like, without even any, like, issue or anything, you don't have to force anything against it. You put the shield up, it just reflects right off. Now it's your turn.
What about him?
Oh, sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
you're next. You're
My turn?
next.
I'm gonna cast Suggestion on him.
So what's my save?
It's a Wisdom saving throw. It's like 14.
He's stupid.
Not one.
Not one.
Alright, so what do you suggest?
I suggest you continue this fight with your wizard friend.
Oh, with his wizard friend.
With his wizard friend.
I'm trying to take that man's spell book. I see you. I see you. The grind don't stop. The grind don't stop for knowledge.
So he takes a moment. He looks at you. He looks over at his wizard friend. And he's like, "Come join me." I suggest you join this fight or continue this fight with your wizard friend.
Yeah.
Yeah! I'm the winner!
I did play myself.
His wizard comes alongside him and he's like, if you insist.
I can take out the wizard. What happened?
You can take out both. I'm not gonna be here for longer.
We started with the nat 20 on my first attack! Woo, woo, woo.
Great.
The mage kind of gets up from his seat, like, puts his book down on his side, like, into, like, a little compartment he has on his belt, and he walks up to you. Hold this.
I'm very scared.
2 fire, like, things come from his hand, and he throws one at you, and you see, like, a bolt of fire move at you. Take 11 damage. It's fire, so,
I can take that.
even though it's doubled.
Easy, man. I eat that for breakfast.
Well, Malcer, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna go within 5. I'm gonna go into flanking position with the half orc and
Alright, so you move,
Aglar.
so just so we're on the same page. Half-orc and Aglar are like this.
Yeah, and
The mage is right behind him, or behind the orc.
Okay, well, you know.
So, right here, if you get behind me, you're next to the mage.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so you walk around and
Yeah.
get behind them.
I'm gonna attack the half orc,
Okay.
and that's with advantage because
Because you're flanking.
which means I get my if I hit. A 13, it's a 14. Please.
Yeah, it's my turn now. So, it goes for another hit. 16.
Shield.
Alright. Yeah.
I do have magic missile.
You get another shield ready, like he comes swings from the side, like with I forgot what these are called. A hook? Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Calls a hook.
A right hook.
You kind of like put your hand out for him, catch another one. He's like trying to hit you with his fist, and you're just like blocking. And then he turns around after noticing the guy go behind him. It's a full backhanded swing.
Hello.
Yeah, I can't even.
Hello?
I keep
How are
doing
you?
motions that aren't caught on the camera. He does a backhanded swing like that. 13 plus
Shield.
17?
No, I use shield. 19.
Okay. So yeah, now you're both like on either side of him with like these invisible like barriers of magic over your hands. As he's trying to hit you, just blocking each of them.
I'm gonna cast an incantation with my hands. I'm gonna go like this, going out from the ground, and a hand is gonna go from underneath the half orc. Is it half orc, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna go out from underneath the half orc and just grab him.
You talking about Maximilian's?
Yeah.
In a ship that's underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You see from like
the water.
you see from like the cracks of wood, like water and sand start seeping up, and like as they come together and start forming a giant hand. Yeah, they grasp onto him. Luckily, the water is shallow enough that you can reach the sand. What's the save?
Strength saving throw. 14.
Oh, I rolled low. It just grasps around him and holds him in place. And like it starts getting into his armor and like stuff like that. You can tell he's very uncomfortable. He's trying to get out, but like he's drunk and he's weak.
I'm gonna back away from him into the corner of the room.
Alright, so you kind of back up from him like while he's got the sand. And even though he's struggling, his leg does kind of manage to get out and he tries to kick you as you walk away. But he does so with disadvantage because I rolled 2 5s.
Yes.
So yeah, no, he tries to kick you, but like the sand is kind of holding him back.
Okay, and I'm gonna back away into the far corner.
Okay, so you move into the corner. It's the wizard's turn. You see him put his hand up to your face like this and cast magic missile.
I have shield, so it doesn't do any damage.
You want to use shield?
Well, it's until the end start of my next turn, right?
Oh, that's
So it
right.
doesn't-
Okay.
So
Yeah, you
chilling, boy. Let's go.
You're out here like blocking the
The punches.
yeah, you're out here blocking the punches of the half orc and like you're shielding and stuff. And he kind of puts his hand up to your head and like
Do it.
you see like the it's at the side
Try
of your
me.
face. It's at the side of your face. So just out of the corner of your eye, you see his hand shimmer into like 3 little beams of energy, and they come and shoot, but then they dissipate away from your face.
Chilling.
It's your turn.
The half orc, as I have advantage, I'm gonna attack him. Are you kidding me?
Oh
Oh,
my
that's a 9. That's a 9. Well, 9 plus 14 again. So I'm gonna use my bonus action because if I attack once with a light weapon, I can use my hand crossbow, which I'm gonna use on the what's his face, the half orc.
Wizard?
Or
Or
the
the half-orc?
yeah.
Which one?
Please. The half orc.
Okay.
And it's-
You have...
It's a straight roll.
Yeah, it's a straight roll because you have advantage, but you're within 5 feet, so it's disadvantage.
No, but with crossbow expert, it negates that.
Oh yeah.
It negates
Okay,
the
cool.
Well, I rolled a 12, so that's 17.
Hits.
Nice. Now I can finally
Nice.
roll 3d6 because I can get my extra attack.
So you put a hand crossbow up to his face, preloaded,
Yeah,
you just kind of shoot it at his head.
yeah, and that's
It's kind of like
Sucks.
John Wick style.
it's on my hand too, so you just like that, and it's
He goes, ding, ding, shoot.
bam, and that's 11 damage.
Alright. Is there a save to get out of the hand?
He has to use an action, and it's a strength saving throw.
Hey, you
Bad.
make it. You make it.
What's the DC?
14.
I make it.
You make it?
Yeah,
Okay.
12 plus 4. So yeah, the hand stays. He gets out of it, and the hand like just kind of like sits there waiting.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have the command for it, like. On your
I
turn.
can move it to a different spot, and it can grab a number.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Aglar.
I'm gonna go, fine, you don't want to be in it? We'll take your wizard friend. And I'm gonna point it to the wizard, and it's gonna
Alright.
go and grab him.
Yeah. So it goes, grabs the mage. What's DC?
14.
Oh.
Yes!
All right. He tries to escape the grasp. Does not. Malcer, it's your turn.
The wizard's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna turn around. You're next, boy. I have advantage, right? That's 15.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's easy.
So, and then since I have advantage, I'm gonna use the extra d6 for actually the extra attack. And that is double. That's 12.
Ooh.
This is an extra 4. 12 plus 4, 18 damage.
Now that's a wizard, baby.
And he's not down, right?
You said 18.
Yeah.
Half his health? Half
Not
his
yet.
health?
I'm gonna do my extra attack with the hand crossbow, and that's 14 plus 5. That's 19.
That hits.
So that's another 3d6.
What do you have 3d6?
Because every time I have advantage, I get to roll an extra 2d6 because I'm rogue.
my.
And that's another double 6, by the way.
That's why I say rogues.
So what is that? That's
What was the damage?
12 plus 5, 17.
You're destroying these guys. All right.
Yeah, Lewis, I'm worried. What are you doing?
So here's.
Nah, I mean, you're doing stuff. You're doing stuff. You brought the wizard into the fight.
So you look over. There's a giant hand of
Hey,
sand.
but I look cooler though.
True.
There's a giant hand of sand holding a wizard in place, and you go. And as you're getting the third one ready, a shadow comes up behind you, and you turn around, and the orc is right there. About to pummel you. He pulls out his sword.
Oh.
That squeal is the right reaction.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Okay, he can't hit for shit.
You can't hit.
Watch. Roll it.
Come on, do it.
Roll
Do
it!
21. 8 damage.
Okay, that's I can take that.
Bro, You're not taking damage. Help me!
I am doing.
Help me!
I'm doing the best I
I'm screaming
can.
I'm getting beat the fuck up over here, and you're just watching. Yeah, he's good.
No, I'm just playing with my hand, like.
Bro, help! But I'm also
Excuse
fucking him up.
Make another strength saving throw for another
Oh.
2d6, and if you don't make it, half as much.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you're
For
throwing.
for the.
Are you squeezing him?
Yeah, I'm squeezing.
Okay. 13.
He doesn't make it. He takes 8 damage.
And he's down. You see,
Yes.
like, the wizard, like, is much more scrawny, smaller than the half-orc guy. And you see, like, the hand kind of squish him in place, and he just kind of goes, like, dead, like, silent. He's, yeah.
I'm gonna look at Malcer like, hey, I.
Alright, now Sir, it's your turn.
Is the wizard still
He
The
looks
wizard's
knocked for you.
not? Okay.
Yeah, you saw, like, before he was, like, trying to escape, now he's
Okay.
in place, like, being held up by the hand.
Then I'm gonna turn around, back to the half word. I'm gonna use my dagger. Because I'm trying to use it. I gotta spice it up a bit. I'm gonna use my dagger.
You can't go for the...
Yeah. Well, no, not yet. Just wait. So I'm gonna use my dagger. I'm gonna try to stab him. On that dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna roll 3d6.
Oh!
That's 8. That's 9. 13. 13. Oh, plus 3, so 16 damage.
With your hand crossbow, you put it back at your side and quickly pull out a dagger and swipe, with it, dealing 16 damage. Right, like you leave a little scar on his face, and he's clearly in a lot of pain. Then it's his turn. In retaliation, he still has his sword out.
Put.
20, dirty 20.
30?
Dirty 20. Alright, and then...
Shield that hits.
Alright, so...
We like those.
He swings at you, going right and leaving a giant gash in the middle of your chest. But at the end of the swing, as he tries to swing it back for another one, he swings, but this time the sword's not in his hand, and he looks back, and it flew off in a random direction.
Love now ones.
But he still hit you with that
sick ass
2d6.
scar now.
Take 11 damage.
Oh, wow.
Huh?
On the
Exactly
money.
his health.
Exactly?
Exactly.
Alright.
On the money.
And you see, like, you see the guy, like, go for another swing. He's got two hands next to each other, like, at the fist. But he didn't hit him because the sword went flying off into the crowd. Now it's just you and Big Bad again.
And he's looking hurt.
He looks like he's in pain.
He looks like he's in pain.
He's got a cut on his face, couple crossbow bolts, you know.
I'm gonna magic missile at the second level,
Okay.
adding an extra magic missile. So 4d4s plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. That's 2. 2.
Yo! Oh my god!
Retire it. Get the shit out. No, retire it.
3 ones! 3 lowest
Get rid of
rolls
it, bro.
possible.
Another 2.
And we need that last roll. Oh! Imagine.
So that's 12 damage.
Imagine if it was a 4th one. Imagine! That would have made my day.
Only I can possibly roll so low. So continue.
12 damage?
12 damage.
What? What?
This is why we play. This is why we play.
Bumper rule. I'm rolling death saves and keeping track. So that there's more of a sense of urgency, so you don't know whether or not your friend is dying. And then, it's my guy's turn. And he's gonna walk over to you in one of the corners
Yeah.
with his great sword.
He lost his great sword.
That's right! You're absolutely right about that. So he's gonna pull out the shield on his back
Oh no.
and bash you in with that.
Bonk.
Because that's more fun. He pulls out the shield, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with it. Throws it at you, goes like right over your head. Alright, but either way, his shield goes off, he comes right at you with his fist, and goes for another swing.
I should have cut the shield.
17.
He hits.
Alright.
Yes.
Oh, take 5 damage.
5 damage.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's a lot of damage.
A lot! Bro, he did 11 to me.
That's a lot of damage.
Alright, what do you do?
I'm going, oh crap. I'm going with my hand for maximum earthing grasp and just
Come at him.
Yeah, come at him.
Yeah, it starts like the sand, leaves a trail of sand behind it as it comes up. And like as it's running at him, the sand kind of starts going into the ground. So by the time it reaches him, tap on the foot. Let's make his second save.
You're rolling that 20, you have to tell me.
Alright. Now it's my guy's turn. 10 and 9, so yeah,
No.
he starts swinging at you again, but he's getting really tired, he's really hurt, and he's really drunk. It's your turn.
I'm going to Mind Sliver him,
Ooh.
which
card?
means
Remember that.
I don't have the card, but I can tell you what it does.
Awesome.
He must succeed on an intelligence saving throw. Or take 1d6 psychic damage, and then on his next saving throw, he needs to subtract the d4.
I failed.
You failed?
Yeah.
Okay. You take 1 damage.
Just what he needed. And like, his drunk self, like, you kinda like, he's like swinging at you and he's like really drunk and you put your hand on his head and he's like, and then he falls to the ground.
I'm gonna quickly run over to Malcer, and I'm gonna go try to pick him up, stabilize him.
Make a medicine check.
Ooh, love those. 16.
Yeah.
Plus 1, 17.
There's a lot of alcohol readily available to you. You start like covering his wounds and you kind of like bring him back to, he's not awake, but he's down. He's unconscious, he's stable.
He said, as soon as I see his fine, I start looting the wizard.
Alright, so you go over to the wizard's body, you start picking stuff up off of him. In total, you get, there's a pouch with 12 gold pieces on it.
Okay.
You find a spell book,
Yes.
and he's got 2 daggers. And the people around you start like coming up, and they're like, "Ah, that was a great fight, great fight, great fight!" And so like clapping and stuff. They're fixing up the tables and stuff, leaving the bodies in the middle. You see like the bartender like give someone a bag of money. That guy goes over and starts dragging the mage's body out. And after you finish like taking stuff off of him.
We're putting bets on this.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask the bartender if he can help my friend here. Give him a little wake up.
Not my job. He goes back to serving people drinks.
Yeah, since we got the time, can I loot the half orc too?
Yeah. On him you find not a great sword and not a shield because those went into the crowd, which means people took them.
Yoink this shit.
He's got, like I said, he's got full armor that you guys can't use anyways.
I love it. Why use light?
And he's got like 6 gold pieces on him.
I'm gonna take the 6 gold, put Malcer over my shoulder, and I'm gonna sit down to the beach and just wait, do a short rest.
Nice strength check. You skinny, tall, scrawny man trying to pick up another person.
Hey, guess what? 14 minus 1, 13.
Well, you don't put him over your shoulder, but you do manage to like get him out. Yeah, you drag him out, and you go sit on the beach. At this point, it's kind of sunset, like the sun is setting. You guys are sitting along the beach, and a guy comes down to you guys, and well, he comes to you because he's unconscious, and he's like, "That was some mighty fine fighting in there."
Thank you. We've been around the ring a couple times.
Ah, adventurers, are you?
Yeah,
You looking for work?
always. What do you have in mind?
Well, I'm looking for this Brightwood fellow. I work for the treasure trovers.
Oh, I work for the treasure trovers too.
Oh, you must be Aglar.
Yeah, I
I just
am.
told him I'd run into you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We're currently looking and following Brightwood's path. We're not sure where he is, but we are worried he got caught in the process of trying to get the artifact.
You're looking for his father, right?
Who?
The father.
Yeah.
The older of the Brightwoods.
Oh, Brightwood.
Yeah.
Does he have a son?
Yeah, I believe he has a son. We're still working on it. Looking for more information.
If the master knew he had a son, he would have used that to his advantage.
Yeah.
That is some valuable information. Thank you for bringing that to us.
No problem. Anything to help the treasure trovers.
Anyways, have you found anything yet?
No, we're still looking for more information on our way. Do you have any leads of what island he may be going to?
Islands? No. We did find out that the ship he sailed on, that he left on, for some reason is back here, but the captain and the crew is all different, so it might just be a ship with the same name.
Sure, no one took over the ship.
It's a chance, but it looks newer than the other one.
Do you know where we can find it? Maybe we can dig around, make sure it's not the same or anything funny.
A ship?
Yeah.
Last I heard, it's over at the shipyard.
A shipyard? Okay.
Yeah. But if you're looking for me, we have a stand in the Sunless Sails Cavern.
Sunless Sail Cavern?
I'm dead. Don't look at me for notes. Write your own damn notes.
You got my paper.
You got your paper. You know what? Fine, here.
Alright,
I'm dead, fool. How am I supposed to write your notes?
If you find any more information, come to us. We can give you a ride out to an island.
Alright, sounds good. What's your name so I know who to contact?
Oh, you know what? Should have had a generator ready.
Wow. You best remember this name.
My name's Crimson.
Crimson?
Yeah.
You know what? That's a sick name.
Crimson Darkwood.
Crimson Darkwood.
No, it's Redwood. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah, Crimson Redwood.
Everybody's last name has wood.
It's just wood now.
Anyways, that's where we're gonna leave it off for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys enjoyed because we had a pretty good time here. Again, I'm Diego Mallens. This is Luis Montañez because I pronounced his name wrong before, and that's Noah Cuevas. And this has been the Sands of Time. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Peace.